Hey everyone, I'm upstairs doing plant chores, and this is a casualty that did not make it. The Monstera siltepecana fishbone cactus is doing fine with neglect. This one's not. And I mean, so far everything else in the neglect room is looking good. Except for the parlor palm. I'll show you that, and I think I'm going to cut it back and let it grow back again. This is what the parlor palm's looking like. It's got a bunch of spider webs over it. I don't think it's spider mites. I think I just got a bunch of house spiders. I think I had a bout of spider mites and they're gone. But I do think I'm going to cut this plant back and let it regrow, just because it could grow into more beautiful. Obviously, I done it last year. So, yeah, it looks rough, and I want her to look beautiful sitting on the porch this year. And actually, it's like a day or two later from the last filming, and I'm going to go ahead and pot up my pink princess with my white princess. My white princess is ready to grow again, and this pink princess has been putting out new leaves. I think it's doing great, and I'm ready to take it out of water prop, and I really want to pot them together so that they can grow beautifully side by side. Look at that. Oh my goodness, wouldn't that be beautiful? And then the half moon berry. Oh my goodness, yes, plant them together. That's right. If I'm going to grow them up a pole, I don't know, I've seen people trailing their pink princesses and it works. So they might be trailing, they might be staked up, who knows. But I got my stuff ready to go. I got my orchid bark, my happy frog. Disclaimer here, I do have cocoa coir, perlite, and stuff out there so I can make my own potting mix because this is peat based. And I try to use less peat, even though I love peat. So, use less. That's right. Isn't that right, Isis? So, let's repot this philodendron. Look how much soil it's growing in, and it's been like this all spring, summer long, just sitting out on the porch with this much soil, and it actually likes it. So this plant does not mind neglect. I actually really like this plant. I thought, nah, when I bought it, nah, but I like it. And look, the root structure even isn't huge on this plant, so I think we're gonna be okay. I do think I don't know, I think it could go either way with plastic or terracotta. What do I have available? That's the question. What do I want to pot it in? What kind of catch pots do I got? See, now I'm really scratching my brain. What do I want to pot it in? Let me get back with you on that. Okay, so I came up with a little honeybee cash pot there. I got it from Dollar General, guys, for a whole $3. I kid you not. Sometimes you go into the DG and you can find some good cash pots. Not right, precious. And then I'm going to use this old nursery pot here that had a ground cover Sagina subulata. I don't remember buying this, so I don't know where this pot came from, but here it is. I do think for this one I'm going to go a little chunky because this white princess was icy orchid bark in there, like Miracle Grow or something else like that I put in there. And obviously it grew in that much soil in this, so I know it's not going to want to be waterlogged, even though this plant's waterlogged right now. The secret to moving water propagations to soil propagations is you keep the soil a little extra moist the first couple weeks, which that's not going to be hard. The weather's warming up. I don't have that fan going, so it's not drying off these plants as bad. So now I'm going to have to worry about overwatering. So that's why you either live or you don't in my house. So I'm just going to mix together a little bit in this pot. We'll just eyeball it. See how much I did not put very much in there. It's not going to pick up. Oh, and then I spilled some out. It's okay. I'll just tell you. It's a third of the way full. Okay? The pot's a third of the way full. while I'm making messes. And we'll stick in some orchid bark, whatever you want to call the substrate. I can't remember what they want to call this substrate. It's a little bit different than the orchid bark or whatever you used before. Okay, so we got a little bit of chunkiness going on there. All right, stick in the root ball, stick in this. Hush! Okay. I'm going to stick a little bit of this in there. Just poke it down in there, around there. That way it's getting air to, you know, I'm making sure I'm getting air to the roots, oxygen to the roots, most importantly. All right, guys, now fill it up. And that's just because I didn't have a pre-made mix, so I'm just, you know, savaging it, I guess. And adding it as I go. I didn't mix it up in a little pot. Yeah, I didn't do that. But there it is. And the soil is pre-moist. And I'm going to go ahead and water it because not only does the white princess need water, but this pink princess just came out of soil propagation. And, I mean, water propagation, not soil propagation. Otherwise, that would be a different situation, right? And therefore it's going to take a little bit to adapt to the soil. Now it does cause some stress to move from water propagation to soil propagation, hence why I like sphagnum moss propagations and why master gardeners and everyone else that can successfully soil propagation will tell you that that is the best way to go, but it is hard. Disclaimer there. So there you have it. So I'm going to add some water into this pre-moistened soil and I'm going to stick it back in that window. Quick little update here. I'm pretty sure that these plants are doing great. Most of them anyway. I got this brassica looking kind of sad. But everything else looks great. And then my philodendron ring of fire looks really sad. I stuck it under the grow light and then I watered again. And after I watered again, it looked really sad. So, Jacqueline's Jungle, I'm sorry I killed your plant. But I respect you, girlfriend. Anyway, so everything else is doing okay. I have no germination on my bell pepper seeds yet. I do need to restart these other hot peppers that have not germinated. I'm on an 8-day stretch at work. I'm trying to find motivation to get all this done. Okay, so little moral support. Guys, cheer me on. I need the cheerleaders. Right. All right, guys. I love you, and so does Jesus. God bless y'all.